video about the clutch in my truck. I've had several different Cummins. I've tried several different clutches, and I've spent hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on these clutches only to be severely disappointed by them. And the clutch I put in this truck, I am super happy with, and it wasn't even one of the most expensive clutches. And the thing about the clutch is, if you go shopping for clutches and you come across this clutch, you're probably not going to buy it, because the manufacturer of the clutch basically tells you it's a bad idea. So what I have is a valair single disc clutch. It's a ceramic one, and after having several organic clutches, I've had ceramic on muscle cars and stuff, and I love them. And I seen they made a nice single ceramic for the Cummins. I never had one in a diesel truck before, and I kind of wanted to try it, but on the website it says the clutch is like pretty grabby. It's almost like an on-off switch, and you know, maybe not that good for daily driving. And it says in like big bold letters, like, do not tow with this clutch. So that kind of deterred me, because my truck is a daily driver that I sometimes tow with. So on one of the Cummins forums, I looked around. You know, there's a lot of people who have never had the clutch that repeat what Valair said. And then I found a couple guys who actually purchased the clutch, and they loved it. So I thought, you know what, I'll give it a try. So I got the clutch, and I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think every aspect of this clutch is ideal. I guess the main thing they say is that, like, it's super grabby, and you know, maybe it's like jerky, and it'd be hard to live with in daily driving, and I guess because of that you don't want to tow with it. Well, here I am. I got, you know, probably between the trailer and the car, probably got 5,000 pounds behind me, and I got a red light right now, but as soon as it turns green, here we go. All right, let's take off. Let's see how jerky this thing is. This thing is so smooth. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this clutch. So I guess what they're trying to say is, if you have a stock, if you drive the truck like it still has a stock clutch, it would be jerky. And I would probably agree with that. If you were to drive it, you know, just like the stock one, you know, it probably would kind of grab. You do have to change the RPM a little bit that you engage the clutch in, which is the same as, I mean, if you get in a Honda Civic, you're not going to engage clutch at the same RPM as your Cummins diesel. If you get in any car, even cars that are the same make and model, you know, if they have a different clutch or the engine's differently modified, like, anytime you drive a stick, especially one you never drove before, you kind of got to, like, learn how to drive it. And it's just like, it's not even something that you have to, like, think to do. You just, like, you drive it the best way that you can. And I'm doing a bunch of stop and go here, and it's 100% not a problem. And I don't think it's because it's only 5,000 pounds. I think if it was 10 or 15,000 pounds, it would drive the exact same. So it's kind of stupid. So the problems with the clutch they talk about, I think, are total BS. Not a problem at all. And I'll go ahead and tell you the things I love about the clutch. Number one, it does grab good, you know? They act like your clutch not slipping is a bad thing. Like, that's like pretty much the only thing I want for my clutch is for not to slip, you know? So I love how grabby it is, because it's kind of like confidence inspiring. You know that it's not going to slip. You know, it feels so nice and solid, and you don't smell it. You know, I go to the drag strip, not very much, but just to see, you know, if I have a new setup, I'll take it to the strip and see how it does or whatever. But you'll see these other diesel trucks with organic clutches, and you can always, I hate that smell so bad. And every time I've had an organic clutch, you know, when I get on it and it gets in the boost and stuff, you'll smell it, and I don't like that. This one here doesn't have any weird gross smells to it, you know. I bought basically the same clutch on another truck, spent hundreds of dollars on it, and I drove it, I think I got about 1,000 miles out of it. You know, sometimes I like to give off a little bit. You know, this truck, the Cummins diesel's stout as can be, you know, they don't really break, and the 5-speed's, you know, fairly stout. You know, my Dana 80 is, I think, is way overkill. You know, this truck, it's built pretty well. The clutch being the weak point. This clutch here I've had, you know, I had the drag strip, and I was having like a hard time getting off the line, and I was like trying different things, and you know, one of the things I tried was I tried launching in 3rd gear, you know, which seems like it'd be super hard on the clutch, and you know, it's not the fastest way to take off, I learned, but you know, it grabbed fine. This clutch, it's so stout, and I think it's rated for like 600 horse and maybe like 1,000 foot-pounds or so, and my motor's making about 1,200 foot-pounds at the crank, and it doesn't even think of us slipping at all. I mean, it's a great clutch, and I think the pedal effort, I think, is easier than stock. I mean, like, I literally have nothing bad to say about the clutch. It's like totally ideal for daily driving, towing. I know the website says it's not. I don't think I have a freak clutch. Like, this is the ideal clutch, I think, you know. The dual disc I didn't want to go with for basically 3 reasons. Number one, the dual disc, you can look at the videos on YouTube and stuff, sometimes they like chatter and stuff. You know, my truck's just not making, you know, 1,000 horsepower. It doesn't need the biggest, baddest clutch ever. Number two, like I said before, I don't like organic very much. I really wanted to try scrambling. And the 3rd reason was cost. You know, they're a lot more expensive. And if I don't have to have it, I don't want to spend extra money on it. And this clutch, man, it's been great. I drag race with it, tow with it, I do everything with it. You know? And in the past, you know, this is the first clutch I put on my Cummins diesel truck that's reliable, and I feel like I could drive this truck in California. You know, before I was always going through clutches. I had a Southman and a Valair. Yeah, they were all, I never did get a double disc. Yeah, which I'm sure that would have held a lot better, but I really like this clutch I have now. And if you're in the market and you're looking and you see, you know, do not tow with it, and you hear all these people on the forums who's never ever had one in their truck, they have a lot of opinions about it somehow. I'm telling you, from somebody who has it in their truck and loves it, like, this is not at all a bad clutch. I daily drive this truck every day, you know, and I'm towing with it, and it's absolutely perfect, you know. So I do have to, like I said, start out with a little bit higher RPM to make it smooth. You know, if I start out real low, it probably will grab pretty much immediately. But that's not any, you know, there's other cars I would drive with a stock clutch that I would go at a higher RPM than I do this one. It's not weird or abnormal at all. It's just different than the stock itself. So if you're shopping for a clutch, man, I hope this video helped you out some. I got my Regal here behind me. This is new to the channel. You know, it's an old grandma car. It's absolutely not performance at all, and that's all going to change. So that'd be kind of fun to see it go from nothing to something, basically. So if you're interested in seeing any of that stuff, stay tuned and subscribe.